A very good evening to you and welcome to Rwanda Television News with me, Sam Kalisa. Starting off our tonight's bulletin, let us tell you that on Saturday, President Paul Kagame made and held talks with His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed, Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi and Deputy Supreme Commander of the United Arab Emirates Armed Forces, who received him at the Kar Al Shati Palace. President Paul Kagame also toured the ongoing Dubai World Expo 2020, which runs from 1st October 2021 to 31st March 2022. The head of state also visited Rwanda's pavilion at the Dubai Expo 2020. And moving ahead, close observers of Rwanda-DRC relations believe that Rwanda's passenger flights to the Democratic Republic of Congo will open up investment and stable trade between the two countries. Ethan Tashobia reports.
Lubumbashi, located in Katanga province in the southeastern part of the Democratic Republic of Congo, is a relatively busy business town. For someone from Kigali to get here, it only takes just 1 hour and 35 minutes, thanks to Rwanda's national carrier that launched its maiden passenger flights this week. Rwandair will operate 2 flights a week to this bustling city of Lubumbashi.
The city of Lubumbashi is inhabited by many traders heading to various countries including Dubai, India, China, and other cities that Rwanda flies to. The business people kept asking us to connect this town to their favorite business destinations, and we have been preparing for it. The fact that Rwanda has arrived here is the answer for many Congolese.
Rwanda's ambassador to Democratic Republic of Congo, Vincent Karega, sees Rwanda's passenger flights to the Democratic Republic of Congo as one of the key indicators of good relations between the two countries and the beginning of activities that will develop both countries.
Mu rwego rw'umubano w'ibihugu byombi ni indi ntambwe y'inyongera kandi ishamikiye ku bushake.
In the context of bilateral relations, it is another step forward thanks to the political will and desire to unite Africans from our two leaders, President Kagame and President Tshisekedi. There are many Rwandan traders who have already come to see it. There are others who have started coming to the DRC. There are also those with business projects under pipelines, while many are also registering companies in addition to the Congolese who have started exploring business opportunities in Rwanda. I know of the Congolese traders involved in gold and other mineral trade who want to create relations with Rwandan business people doing the same business.
Ndetse no mu bindi by'amazu amafaranga n'ibindi bitandukanye.
Alan Teke, an investor in minerals, says Rwanda's flights to the Democratic Republic of Congo has made investment much easier between Rwanda and DRC.
Previously, it would not have been possible. I would have been reluctant to bring a Chinese from Kigali to here and pay $600 for just a plane ticket. But getting an employee from Lubumbashi to Kigali required him to first go to Kinshasa to get travel documents at a cost of $400 or $500 per plane ticket. Then from Kinshasa for about $600. But due to the peace we have with this good relationship, it is very easy and we will all benefit. Let me also tell my fellow Congolese that I am in Rwanda. The investment situation here is very good. Come and work with us to develop our Africa. Let's work together to develop our Africa.
Ce que je suis en train de faire, venez aussi expérimenter et ça va développer notre Afrique. Ce n'est que unis qu'on peut développer notre Afrique.
Dr. Awazaz Raymond, the chairperson of the Congolese Association in Rwanda, says the increase in activities linking the Rwandan people to DRC as a result of the willingness of the two leaders of Congo and Rwanda.
Le fait même que nous ayons vu les deux présidents, l'un traverser de l'autre côté, l'un recevoir.
We have been very happy to see the heads of state visit each other and receive each other, which is a great sign for us, because what is being said is also being implemented.
Et de joie, parce que ce qui a été dit est en train de se concrétiser.
It was at the end of June 2021 that President Paul Kagame and President Felix Tshisekedi of DRC met in the cities of Rubavu and Goma to reinforce a new vision of relations and cooperation between Rwanda and Democratic Republic of Congo. Reporting for RTV News, Ethan Tashobia.
Thank you, Ethan. Now, Rwanda Forestry Authority has urged business people to invest in environmental friendly sources of energy and that the government is ready to support them. Ghislaine Muganeza reports.
The government of Rwanda is putting more effort in preserving the environment while reducing utilization of firewood and charcoal to avoid environmental destruction. The country's objective is to reduce fossil fuels by 38% in 2030, as per the nationally determined contributions. Local residents appreciate the fact that there are other ways to be used that do not negatively affect the environment.
The good thing about gas cooker is that it got no smokes and it works faster. There are other stoves that use briquette. They are better.
If you're many that use firewood, it means we cut trees in a certain forest. We're destroying it and it's not productive. We are destroying the environment. Entrepreneurs who have invested in eco-friendly source of energy note they help in environmental preservation and they are more affordable. Rwanda Forestry Authority says that more people are investing in environmental friendly sources of energy. The Director General at RFA, Jean-Pierre Mugabo, says that people should not be afraid to invest in such activities.
People need other ways to use that are not firewood, and the government had put more efforts. I can proudly say that this is a sustainable business because more people are engaging in it. An investor in that business has regular customers, so there is no need to worry because the government is ready to help the person who wants to give Rwandans other things to use that is not firewood.
According to Rwanda Forestry Authority, 79.6% of the entire population utilize firewood and charcoal, and the goal is to reduce the number by 42% in 2024.
Thank you, Ghislaine. Moving ahead, health and environmental workers have said that face masks are among the hazardous wastes that can negatively affect the environment, as well as being an easiest way to spread the COVID-19 pandemic. Ghislaine continues.
It's been a year and a half since COVID-19 was first detected in Rwanda. Measures including putting on face masks properly, washing hands regularly, practicing social distance and avoiding mass gatherings were put in place to fight the spread of the pandemic. Local residents say they are used to putting on face masks in their everyday life. However, they have a concern of having nowhere to throw single-use disposable face masks. When the masks are many, we throw them in other wastes and it becomes a problem when they are collecting wastes.
We get troubles in finding where to dispose face masks that are used only once, and you find us placing them anywhere, which could lead to the spread of COVID-19.
Nyarugenge health officials have noted that sacks will be put at every home to be used while dumping face masks that have been used to be collected by community health workers after some time, to be recycled, which will also facilitate in preserving the environment. Pole Buregeya, the head of Copaid Group Rwanda that collects and transports wastes, has said that face masks can negatively affect the environment and people's lives in general.
When plastic face masks are thrown everywhere, it affects the environment. Those chemicals cannot coexist with normal organisms. The second effect is that when another person puts it on, you don't know what he is suffering from. It could be COVID or other respiratory diseases.
Nyarugenge health officials note that even though COVID-19 active cases are reducing, especially in Kigali city, people should not neglect the measures in place to fight the spread of the pandemic.
COVID-19 patient can seriously get sick and die. When the numbers are high, people's lives get affected. You cannot take care of the family and develop while sick. They put you in a quarantine, which also affects the country. Let's do what is supposed to be done, have no more infection numbers, and defeat the pandemic.
Local residents are requested to keep protecting themselves from COVID-19 while preserving the environment.
This Saturday, the Rwanda Biomedical Center took COVID-19 mass testing to bars in Kigali to assess the state of the pandemic in places classified as hotspots. This evening, frontline health workers took random COVID-19 tests in more than 10 popular bars and pubs in Kigali. RBA spoke to the operations manager of Pilipili, known bar here in Kigali, to share his thoughts on this initiative.
Yeah, COVID testing is coming at the right time, and of course everybody has been coming. Maybe they walk in, they go out without testing. At times you will not know who has tested, who has not tested. At some point we would insist and they come with the certificates, and yes, we'll be able to see. What RBC is doing is very good, and I think we will commend that. Even on our busier days, Pilipili is known for Sunday. We have been here throughout, and yes, we would want to have RBC come around, especially on Sundays, because that is the day we have a bigger flow of people. We are trying to control the numbers, yes, but you see, if you realize people who are coming in, they are all safe, it gives us also a leeway, and I think RBC is doing a good job.
And of course, moving ahead to other matters, youth volunteers in Gicumbi district who have vowed to curb drug abuse and smuggling into the country as it is detrimental to public security and order. These youth volunteers have been receiving community policing training for the last 10 days. Some of the sectors in Gicumbi district, located near the Rwanda-Uganda border, are more prone to drug trafficking, with drugs including kanyanga and other forms of smuggling more common. As a precautionary measure to fight drug abuse in the area, youth volunteers and opinion leaders from Rubaya, Kaniga and Chumba sectors in Gicumbi district have been receiving security and community policing training for the last 10 days. They say drug traffickers are some of their neighbors and that they are ready to cooperate with security organs in combating them. Those who deal in drug abuse are our neighbors. What we're going to do is teaching them so they can stop it. But if they don't, we'll provide information to other authorities.
The
There is a new technique of using only young people. We know them from our villages. We're going to try and teach them first, but if they don't change, we will consult security organs.
The Minister of Local Government, Jean-Marie Vienne Gatabazi, called on these youth who have been given the name Imbonizumutekano to be vigilant against drug abuse and smuggling, adding that all this slows the development of the country. We want these youth to understand what we always mean when we say fighting drug abuse. We do not fight drugs for the sake of fighting them, but we consider the effects on the youth, parents, families and relatives. We do not have any problems with products from neighboring countries, but they should enter via the border and be tested to see if they meet standards. When goods are smuggled, it is injustice between a trader who paid taxes for their goods and another one who didn't. We want those goods to be taxed so that the taxes can be used to develop their communities. In total, 1,200 youth from districts that border Uganda have been trained on community policing in Nyagatare, Burera and Gicumbi districts. The Ministry of Local Government says that after training these youth, they will be integrated into cooperatives to be assisted in development activities.